We got railways, trains, cranes, planes, ships, towns, Ohio, and this cute metal ball. Welcome back to Foxshot Realistic Build Server. This is update number 39. The new IP is craftyfox.com. So this is Findlay, Ohio, and this is where I filmed the Crazy 8 CSX runaway train animation, and I pretty much built all of this. We do have these stuff in the background. You can't really see it that much, but there was supposed to be like a truck distribution center. I made a water tower, just as Findlay right there. We also do have some transformers, robots in disguise. No, they are the electricity lines, and a couple of these small houses just for some background detail. You can see there's some houses over there. We also do have some tree line going along the border of the set, and I am thinking of making a tutorial on one of these electricity lines. And here is a look at the Indonesian train animation set that I made a video for recently. Here's what it looks like the behind the scenes. We got a nice bamboo forest back over there. There's a lot of these mixtures of grass and wheat, just to have different colors. Got a couple signals here, and here is the crossing. Now, I probably should make a tutorial on this just because this is like an updated design, and they actually do use like stop signs in Indonesia that says stop in English. We do have a nice pond over there. There's a road that cuts through the bamboo, and also I did want to plant some like palm trees just to make it feel more Indonesia. And an update on World 1, I actually changed up the ballast for my tracks over here just to make them so that the ties are actually buried inside. So they have like a new design, new texture. And again, if you want to visit this place, the warp is W1. Alright, so now let's look at some player builds. This area right here is by Glizzy, so he has a lot of these new locomotives in the train world. So whatever one that has like the lime wool, that means it's new. So we got like a new BNSF, Canadian National, kind of Charger. What could this be? I don't know. A lot of these, they don't actually have signs. So I guess we're just taking a brief overview. He's actually from Iowa, so he has a lot of these Iowa interstate. Like way too much Iowa interstate. And there is one with a cutoff cab for some reason. Here's a look at the back. This is actually a new build. Like the Amtrak, they're coming out with these new locomotives, the ALC by Siemens. And take a look at these locomotives here in the back. Again, there is a lot to look at. So if you actually want to see all these builds in person, you would have to become a builder here first. So this is MCC DD101, and this is his area. He's an Australian builder, so we're going to take a look at some of these new builds. They're marked with like lime wool here, so let me see what this says. 48 class. That's actually pretty convenient. You just like look at all these books just to see what they're called. Got Australian. A lot of these locomotives have the same livery, like Pacific National probably. And there's also a couple of these older locomotives here. I'm assuming they're all from Australia. This is actually a pretty cool Garrett. And this is, yeah, he just called it a Garrett. There's the high-speed train, the XPT, the Australian version of the HST, I think. The N class. What the heck is this? That's an interesting build. 1720 class loco. Don't know what that's going on. And this is actually probably an American train. Yeah, the ES44. It's like a Gevo, but like an exported version. We also do have Melbourne Metro from Australia. Sydney trains. So these are some Australian passenger trains. So if you're from Australia, he's definitely the go-to guy for this. So here's another look at the V line from Victoria. This is like a purple one. What is this? N class. I don't know why this is purple though. And then we got some more V-line coaches. These look very nice. I like how he did the windows and the doors. If you're Dutch, you might like this part. So this is a city based on Rotterdam, not an exact copy. So this is built by Hedesik and Martacha NL. So it's actually pretty new, but they actually built a lot in this time frame. So they got this cool, nice kind of low bridge here with 2 roads. And they also do have a light rail network that's going to be going around. So that's a pretty cool design. Rotterdam's actually like the largest port in Europe, so there's going to be probably a lot of ships here, ports here in the future, a lot of water around the Netherlands, of course, because, you know, they used to be underwater or something. And here's what it looks like on the riverside. Very nice and realistic. All right, so this is Bond's area in a warp space. He's calling it a space museum. Child is $10, adult is $15. I think that's actually pretty cheap. Hubble telescope, interesting. It says originally made to be a spy satellite. Wow, I didn't know that. Curiosity Mars rover, all sorts of these SpaceX rockets. So this is actually pretty nice. If you're into space, you can take a look at all these different builds like that. And this cute metal ball is actually Sputnik 1, which is Earth's first artificial satellite. Very cool, by Soviet Union. So this area is Warp UK, and it's based on UK, of course. And this is what the Dills has been working on in this like nice little British town. This is actually the school that he goes to in real life, I believe. Very nicely detailed, a lot of cars. I like how he added that parking space. And he just added a bunch of new things to it just to make it more complete. A lot of trees and buildings, so this school is actually pretty massive. In the back here, we also do have some tennis courts. A lot of them, actually. And there's like a little shed here. I'm not sure what this is exactly for. I think maybe like a bike rack, perhaps? Bike storage or like a greenhouse. I don't know. So here is Pat's plot, and he's building some aircraft from World War II. So we got the Soviet Union fighter. This is, I don't know how to say, it's like Ilyuin IL-2, 1.5 to 1 scale. Then we have the Mitsubishi A5M. And then we have from Nazi Germany, this is the Fokker DXX1, or I don't know how to say that. I'm probably saying that really wrong. So this is by Hedesick. It's the HMS Belfast, which is a town-class light cruiser built for the Royal Navy. And it's actually a museum ship in real life right now. It's got a nice British flag right there. Got some guns and some nice camouflage here on the side. Very nice so far. I think he actually improved it a lot since the last time I've seen this in game. And he actually is building this on like these wooden piles. And there's some nice anti-aircraft guns here on the side. A lot of these tiny little guns throughout the ship. That's very nice, as well as some lifeboats here. So Hyperdog says he's been updating his ships. So here is the RMS Queen Elizabeth, and right next door is the RMS Queen Mary. So he said he's been completely redesigning everything from like the top of the hull. So here's what it looks like right now. There is a lot of new lines, I guess. And he did change the color of the funnels. And we also do have some more ships. Then this is supposed to be like a 1965 version of it. And then there's this one, which is the Seawise University from 1970. So it's painted white. Got these nice cherry blossoms up there. I don't know what that is. And here is a little preview of Joe Train. He's actually making something for the train scenery contest that we're having on Foxshot. So this is just a preview on what it looks like. There's still 1 week left to work on the contest, though. Some tracks, he's actually using stair lines for these. And this is a new crane that MCDD101 has. And Jazz also helped with design. There he is again, just TP to me. So this is like a nice tower crane. Very cool. It's actually very tall. They're all made of like levers. And there is a secondary one right over here. Look at that. And he just told me this has an interior, so let's try to go inside the cab. Oh, it's actually just climbing in on board. How do you get inside? Okay, so they go inside here. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's in the chair. You can operate the crane somehow. Let's see where this actually goes. Too many people in here. So you can climb up onto this part, and then there's like a ladder. You can go up to the very top of the mast right here. Got a nice red line. So this is the Dills area in Warp Car. He actually has been building a lot of buses. As you can see, he has like an entire fleet. And I believe the newer buses, they are on the second road over here, so you can take a look at that. We got an Enviro 200 MMC. I never heard of that. But yeah, you can take a look at all these different bus designs. Got a lot of these differences in livery, so even if they look the same, they could be different. Got some nice red buses here, and I think you'll like this a lot if you're into like these British famous buses, like the double-decker buses. That's pretty famous. They're using Enviro apparently for a lot of these. I actually never heard of that brand. There also might be like Alexander, say LX 400, a couple more buses. So I imagine all these buses are from the UK. Very cool if you're into buses, and there's like one back over there. And this one is a stagecoach, Enviro 400 yet again, and a Plaxton Leopard. So we are looking for more realistic builders to come on and join the server. You know, you can build anything you want. To become a builder here, again, you just come on, and when you log in, you should read all of these holograms. So you can take a trial, you build a house based on a picture, and you have to join our Discord for that. And here is what the plot world looks like so far. So there's a lot of like open plots, and basically you're gonna get judged on how realistic and accurate you're gonna make your trial reference. And when you change the edit to this, you no longer are required to have an interior, just have the exterior is fine as well. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you do, hit the like button down below. And if you're wondering where the last update was, I actually posted that on my second channel, Foxyard. And again, we have our new IP that is craftyfox.com. You don't actually need to write a port for that. And our Bedrock server is bedrock.craftyfox.com, port 1913.2. And again, if you're logging into console, check out the video in the description for a tutorial on how to do that. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.